Okay, is everyone all right? My apologies for the labeling. It's really something that we are struggling at the moment. Yeah, so sorry about it. But we will compensate you with a brand new kit. Okay, now for those of you who can see the label, can you please turn to the one that says top? Remove the cap. And if you have a gentleman around you in the house or whatnot, you might want to try to get him to open up for you like this, just to unscrew it. This should come out. Okay. All right. Do that for all three. And I'd like you to have a evaluation of what the top, the mid, and the dry smells like before we start. Once you're ready, maybe you can give me a thumbs up on your screen if you have removed all three perfume. Is everyone doing all right? Okay. Thanks, Lily. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, maybe we can start. Thanks, Coral. Thank you. Thank you, Felicia. Okay, now maybe you'd like to smell them first. So let's start off with the one that says top. And take a brand new blotter, dip the thinner end into the bottle that says top over here. Okay, now smell it. At this point, do note, please fan it nicely first, because right now you are not smelling a complete fragrance. Now, what is the top mid dry of this whole setup here? Now, today we are actually recreating this scent. If you can see it over here, 27 degrees Fahrenheit BA, we are recreating this one. Okay, the very first scent we smelled today. Ah, thank you, Yan Ting. Okay, great, great. Now you have two sets. One more set coming to you. All right. Now, this scent itself, as I've mentioned, is actually inspired by Hokkaido. And when I say, top, mid, dry, take it as I've dissected the scent into three portions: the top note, the mid, and the dry. Now, I would like to also highlight that this scent is not made out of three ingredients. No, in total, there are 376 ingredients in here. And when I say I've dissected the scent into three portions, each bottle you see here, you have at least 100 plus unique ingredients in there. So when you mix your resultant scent, it will be your version of the 27 degrees Fahrenheit BA, and we can guarantee you that the resultant scent has good complexity as well. Okay. And each ingredient, each portion, the top, mid, dry, they each have their own MSDS certificates. They have their own IFRA certificate, and they're all halal certified as well. So you are very, very sure that individually they are already stable and safe to use. Okay, when you smell the top parts of the fragrance, you have a very nice citrus. I've only isolated the citrus part of the scent here. So you have the yuzu, the bergamot, and the lemon peel over here. It's very, very zesty. And what's the significance of the top note? The top part of the fragrance, it always acts as an agent to attract you as a consumer. So the whole idea is very similar to when you travel to a supermarket, for example, when you need to buy your consumer products like your detergent, your fabric conditioner, etc. And most of the time we do uncapped, we smell first in the pre-COVID days. So only when we like it, then we buy it. Same story goes here. When you smell a perfume, the top part of the scent, the top note is always there to try to impress you. So you have the smallest, the lightest molecules here. And because they are so small, so light, they will come off very, very fast. They diffuse fastest, earliest. So they will come off very impactfully, try to leave a deep impression on you and to influence your purchasing decision. And usually you have citrus notes, you have esters, etc., etc. So it depends on how the perfume is being crafted, but these are some of the common top notes you'll find in the market, whether it's a female, male, or a genderless perfume. Okay? Any questions? Now, the top part of the fragrance, because the molecules are so small, they're so light, later on, when you add this to your formula, if you have more of the top note, it is likely that your perfume will not last. Because the molecules will be so small and your resultant formula will have more of these smaller molecules, they will diffuse faster. And they may not be too long lasting. Okay. Now let's move on to the bottle that says MID, M-I-D. Okay. Thanks, Clara. So do the same thing and place the thinner end of the blotter into the bottle that says MID. And do fan it first. Yeah, do fan it first before you smell it. Especially for this portion here, because right now you are entering into the portion with majority of the florals over here. And because these are florals, they are more delicate compared to other notes. So because all three, top, mid, dry, they are already being pre-mixed with alcohol. So in this context, at the mid, when you have delicate florals, the alcohol notes may actually suppress and overwhelm over here. But don't worry, let it dry down first, and then you definitely be able to identify the florals in here. So you have a very nice Japanese lavender, some tea notes over here, jasmine. Yeah, there's also a tinge of sweetness. There's honeysuckle over here as well. It's quite interesting. Now, the significance of the mid portion of the perfume. Now, molecules are definitely slightly bigger, denser, heavier, and they act as a skeleton to the entire perfumery structure. What do I mean by that? So sometimes when we go to a store and we buy our perfumes, it smells so nice, and then I spray it on my skin. Okay, let's buy it. And then when I hit back home, okay, suddenly I find out that, hey, how come I'm only getting, the bottom leathery or musky notes or powdery notes? I don't smell the entire perfume anymore. Now, this is what I mean by, the middle part of the perfume not doing the job right, because the mid portion of the perfume is so important to hold the whole structure together so that it's consistent from the start to the end. When you spray the perfume, all the way until when you are about to go to the bed or take a bath before you go to the bed, it is not supposed to deviate so much. In my terms, of course. In perfumery, there's no right or wrong, but when I was trained in Givaudan, we always take pride in making very consistent perfumes. Yeah, so if that is the essence and intention in mind, then of course the mid portion will be very important to ensure that the perfume stays the same from the start to the end. Now, there's no right or wrong answer. Some perfumers, they like to express art differently. So, sometimes perfumes may be intentionally made to be evolving. So you have layering, and sometimes it's meant to smell this way, and then you change. Yeah. But I think to me, this is not really my style. And yeah, so when we launch perfumes, you smell what you get from the start until the end. Okay. All right. Okay, now let's move on to the dry portion. Just one last portion before you can get your hands on to do your perfume. Here you have the most expensive, the heaviest, and the densest molecules here. This whole area forms up as a foundation to the entire perfume. Now, it is responsible also for the long-lastingness of the perfume. How long-lasting it is on your skin, on the blotter, depends on not just the quality, but the quantity also on this portion here. So true enough, later on, if you were to go all out to put more of this portion into your perfume, it is definitely going to last much longer compared to if you were to do the same to the top part of the perfume. And here you have a lot more on this sandalwood and white musk of the perfume. It's not something that is too masculine, I feel. I think that this combination of sandalwood and white musk, it gets you a very genderless and very neutral kind of base. Yeah. I also wanted to highlight to you that now, if you like to recreate the original formula, 27 degrees Fahrenheit BA, you should have more mid compared to the others. My hint to you. So more than 50% of mid, and then you permutate between the dry and the top. Now, in my opinion, I would say do not be too adventurous with the top, because top notes usually they are more volatile, and sometimes it may seem too overwhelming, yeah, and too sharp. Okay. All right. Okay, Hex, may I know just which? Oh, maybe I will just answer to Hex first. So yes, which portion are you smelling alcohol? May I ask, Hex? Is that the mid? If that's the mid, the last one, okay, the dry, okay. Yeah, I mean sometimes it's already pre-mixed with alcohol, so sometimes that may actually trigger your sensorial receptors more compared to other people. It's perfectly normal. But later on, when you mix the top, mid, dry together, definitely the alcohol notes will be negated. Yeah, some people smell it from the mid. Yeah. Okay, and Yan Ping, does all perfume have top, mid, dry? Yes. Yes, it does. It's I must say it's not like a scientific discovery, no, but it's really a way for humans, for us to communicate with each other in this industry. So how does a perfume smell like at the top, mid, dry? Is a language. How we can translate this from one department to the other more accurately. Okay, and then when you smell it, you can kind of imagine also. All right. Hope that answers your question. Okay, now if we have no questions, we can all proceed, right? I'll be here. And one thing to take note of is do not mix your blotter and your pipette between the top, mid, and dry. So do have a unique pipette for each of them and do not mix. And I would say this is a 10 ml, so you can do a recording on how many ml each portion you have added into your final formula. So in future, if you want to recreate, you can just pass us this formula and we can help you to recreate also. Okay, and today you have more materials to produce more than 10 ml. So beyond 10 ml, in future, you can carry on to explore and to have fun with your family, for example. Okay, now one more thing, a hint or a tip for all of you, if you want to play safe, okay, I would say suggest that you can put in 1 ml from each portion into the perfume first. Put in 1 ml of each of the top, mid, and dry here. And then what you do is you cap it back, shake it, open up again, okay? And then you put in a brand new blotter here. Smell it first. This will be your benchmark. This will be a good starting point because this is when you will find out what it's like when it's equal. Okay, when it's equal, it smells like this. So it's up to you as to how you're gonna modify it to your preference. Okay. Now, with that, I've come to the end of the session. I'm still going to be here, don't worry. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay, and I have a colleague here as well, so you can sound off to us. We are here to help you to guide you along. So what's the formula for 27 degrees Fahrenheit BA? Oh, okay, yeah, the formula is to make a trip down to 313 or Bugis Junction, yeah, and ask for the perfume. That would be the best formula. I'm just kidding. No, really. Okay, it's supposed to be really more than 50% of this mid about 50 to 60% thereabout. Then my top, I really do not have a lot. Seriously, yeah. The top itself is just adding it in to get that zest, that sprit of freshness. Yeah, that's it. So we try not to go too adventurous with the top, as I've mentioned. And do note that the bottom is also essential. The dry notes will also help to bring out the essence of the mid. It brings out the sweetness as well. Yeah. Okay. Wait for COVID finish, travel to BA. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. First place to go, Japan. I think Japan will be a very revengeful destination for a lot of people in the world. Okay. All right. All right. So I'll just mute myself for now, guys. Sorry. Bottom brings out the essence of mid. Yes, correct. Top just put a little bit, correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just ping me and then I will be able to assist you. All right. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome, Yan Ping. Thank you. And Hex, thank you. Thanks, Felicia. Thanks, Lily, Shafiq, and Serena. Thank you. Thank you, Sasa. Thank you.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are very curious in making the bay.
Just ask me, Yingping, ask me. Yeah. Just type it in or just unmute yourself. Yeah.
Is it okay that they are actually not making it in sequence? Means like they put like base, then meat, then top, then base. You know, like is it okay?
So at the end of the day, you're going to shake it. So
Or
no,
doesn't matter?
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just have to record down at the end of the day, you know, how much in total you have put in. Yeah.
Right, right. You know, the good news is that you all have this three bottles. When you
Yes.
all mix it, right, eventually you all can do it three times. You know, when you finish a bottle, you can do it again. Yeah. Jason, are you going to give them like a
Okay.
exact formula?
Exact formula, I would say, you know, it will not be 100% exact because when we split it up into three portions, there will be some differences, slight differences here and there because we have to make sure that each of them they are stable also. Okay, so okay, no, you will definitely not. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I must say, if you want to go 60% mid, I think it's a good amount. 60, 65. Then you have about 30 to 35% of this dry. Then the rest of it will be just the top. Yeah. The top is really just as dressing. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So sorry about it, Shafiq.
So the formula when they put more base, does it mean like it can last longer?
Yes, if you have more base in the formula, definitely the perfume may last longer. 163, yeah, thereabout. Mhm. Okay, more base means more dry. Okay, base is dry at the bottom. 0.5, 6.53. Okay, I think it works as well, but you may actually be more intense over here. So you don't get that much of freshness. Yeah, yeah. So because you're talking about really down by 50% of the top, that's How about 253? Yeah, I mean, then in this case, it will be more refreshing, more impactful at the top. Yeah, but some people may not be able to take the sourness. It's too citrusy.
Oh, so there is a more top means it can be more citrusy.
That's right. That's right. So when it's more citrusy, it gets a bit more sour. That's right.
So it can also, to some people, it's more refreshing.
Yeah. And Hex is saying, so some perfume spreads further away because there's more top in the perfume. Well, not really. I think all in all is how the entire structure is, I feel. So perfume works together as a whole structure, as a component. So um, spreads further away is a perception. So I will, perceive your perception as being, very performing, very impactful, or rather very diffusive. So that is a combination, actually. Yeah. What does fresh grass smell like, Lily? Okay, I do have a fresh grass scent. In future, you can touch base with me. I can, maybe show it to you. Yeah, freshly cut grass. It's quite nice, right? The scent.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've met Jason a few times. He really loved to explore scents. He even shared with us that he's trying like to make the sense of money. Like the cash that you're gonna have, like notes, right?
So it was actually we met slightly after Chinese New Year, and the story was back then we had a brief from MAS, and because of the current situation we are at right now, government is also discouraging us from using ang paos, real money. So to resonate this call from the government, we wanted to come up with a sense of money. So you do not need to have physical money to smell what lah. Yeah. Okay, so that will be a good marketing gimmick also for MAS as well. But sadly, I think it was a mismanagement of this timeline. So they got it to us quite late. And realistically, we were not able to actually come up with something that fast. Yeah. Sure, sure. I can open 7. Nice.
Yeah, I think you guys should go and explore, go to the outlet. They have more stuff out there. I really like the one that it's for sleep. That is called a hibiki, is it? Or he, I think so.
Hikaru is a scent. Now we are launching the next scent we are going to launch coming in July is a sleep better scent. So again, this scent is it comes with technology, proven with data, and I myself was one of the respondents. So we use a FDA approved Fitbit, and I took my sleep pattern, the data for 2 weeks, and it was so surprising that it really significantly helped in enhancing our light sleep, not in terms of just quality, but the quantity itself. Yeah, and when you Google, if you do have an improved light sleep, that will translate to better emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Yeah, so during the period or duration of your deep sleep, and that's where your body will repair. If you're a bodybuilder, you need to sleep. You need to rest so that your muscles will grow. Now, you only grow during the deep sleep, during that duration. So that's where they trigger a lot of muscular growth, repair work in your body. Yeah, that's when you have that. So the light sleep is when you repair mentally. So we are launching that, and that is supposed to coincide with the launch of our new store in Jam at the end of June. So maybe we'll have the store first, and then we'll come up with the scent slightly later in July. Just stay tuned on our social media. Scent by 6, SCENTBYSIX.
Yes, thank you. If you all like find them on Instagram, let's type it in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, hope you guys enjoy. Do you have any more last question?
If you would like to touch base with me on Instagram, you can DM me as well. Yeah, this is my personal handle. So you can keep in touch on Instagram. Okay?
Yes.
Great.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Thanks so much, everyone, and really enjoyed today's session. I will share this recording with Aline, and for those of you who needs a copy, I'm going to upload it on YouTube as well, on a private channel, of course. Okay, so you can download at your convenience. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Hex, May, Benjamin, Yanping, Lily. Thank you. See you guys. See you. And thanks, Susanna, for coming. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you. Okay. So the rest, we have